Hello. Well, that was fucking annoying. My titles got banned, so this is the aftermath of that. Um, it's not the exact title I was going for, but it'll do the trick. I want to get to affiliate. I'm gonna try hard to get to affiliate. Stream for an hour and a half today. I wish it was more. I really do. Um, I'm gonna get warmed up with emerge tactics, but then I have some editing to do. I'll turn on some copyright free for the boys. Oh, that's good. Maybe I'll even gun a vodka soda on stream, if you're really lucky. Rename properties. Yeah, we're good. No, this is fine. We'll just do one of these and then we'll get back to editing. Back to business. Oh shit. Oh. Oh. Go like that. There we are. Okay, bandit. That was great. Way to go, bandit. Have some pretty solid interactions with the Royal Ghost, I see. Alright. Let's go like that for meow. Right where you came from, inside your mom. Let's get the lights, actually. Yeah, I should put my sheet back, shouldn't I? Okay. Maybe we go for Avenger? I don't know. Valkyrie's a good unit. Wow. Alrighty then. I would like a bomber, most certainly. Do 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 do. Am I dead? Yeah, we gotta get back to editing here. I totally forgot to put captions on my latest creation, so we gotta do that. And then I gotta send something to my drive. Yeah, so... Not my favorite. Not my fucking favorite. We're throwing, though. We're gonna be doing some throwing. Let's see what's here. Alright, that's the kind of warm-up we were looking for. Yep. Back to the cap cut. Oh yeah, I gotta export this. I'll make some sort of fucking retarded TikTok out of this. To my drive. Khalil Brown, have you guys heard of this guy? No, not the football player. This very fine gentleman. He decided he needed to burn down a hair salon. He was a little bit upset. Jesus Christ, Joshy. Go to bed. Are you gonna get me to affiliate today? Because if you do, it's the object of your choice. And I'll be doing it live. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to pause that. Giving me a headache. So, we'll go like this. I'll go like that, maybe. Should we go purple? What do I call a Yeti? We're doing dad jokes again? A Yeti with a six-pack? Does this relate to the cooler company? A Yeti with a six-pack. What do I call a Yeti with a six-pack? A cooler. This is my favorite. So, this heroic young man went into a hair salon. Alright, that's fun. An abdominal Don't tempt me. You're making me want to have a soda early. I wasn't gonna have a soda today. Are you on the Stellas right now? Is that why you have all the horny snowman beer jokes? Thank you. Yes, you have to come see me tonight. Yeah, duh. Oh, stupid question. Have you got the Stella keg yet? I can't remember. Does your wife drink? This is my favorite. So we gotta get rid of that. No. There it is. Making some reels. I see. And do you do the marijuana at all? What's the UK's rules on weed anyways? I don't have a fucking clue. Oh my god, I can't with this dead silence. Don't worry, music's coming back, bro. How? What was my plan here? I had plan. Oh yeah. Oh yes. No, I can't handle it. It's illegal, but only warning for small amounts of drug. Oh yeah. I kinda wish Canada was the same way. Weed would be a hell of a lot cheaper, like the good old days, if it was still illegal. What's like a maximum fine look like over there? Spotify downloader. Yes. There we go like this. Sure. I did. Shithead. That's good. I just gave my computer AIDS. We can grow it. It's not, well, how much is like a pack of gummies over there if you're to get it off of a dealer? Or I don't know, X amount of milligrams in a zigzag. Click allow. Where do I click allow? I did. Visit anyways. Good God. Spotty down. Try this one. Maybe you should make gummies. Bet you'd make a pretty decent profit if you started forging those out of your basement. Country girls make do. Okay, I gotta turn this down a notch. This goes mute. I think we'll try that. Drinking a beer and flicking my bean, praying my daddy don't hear me queef. Camping in the backwoods by the creek, horny as a bitch in the country heat. I'm rubbing a corn cob on my clit, giving my nips a little twist in this tight ass country tent. Smells like you like this song, Joshy? Oh, and then we'll add some text. Oh, goody goody. System of a Down. Look at all this ching chong language. Redneck. Yeah, it's pretty badass. Actually, I don't even think I need that. What kind of editing can we do here? Drinking a beer and flicking my bean, praying my daddy don't hear me queef. Camping in the backwoods by the creek. Are you gonna download it? Start blasting her out of your bows? Cowboy fishing. Oh yeah, I can do that. Video editing can be a little bit of a chore, Joshy. I won't get my hands on this little nut here. There we go. I did it. Got my hands on the nuts. Like this. Video. Stabilize. Enhance the quality. I want to relight. Yes. Ambient. Look at all the ambient lights. I don't want blue. Yeah, probably that. Color. What the fuck? Why would I want it green? Let's try pink. Yeah. Intensity, radius, highlights. I don't see much happening here. Point, direction, object, both. background. Yep. Now what? Processing. Look at how unpink it is. Facial creative. Well, I gotta get the hang of this. Is there light 3? Highlights. I do not fucking understand. Oh, I get it. The intensity option. See what happens when we get pink and intense. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. Pretty good. Alright. What other kind of sweet shit can we find on here? I need a Stella. Maybe I'll add one more light, eh? I'm kind of getting addicted to the lights. Wow, we get this spot lit up. Oh, I'm fucking lit. A new workout song. Wait, how... Is the volume good? Horny as a bitch in the country heat. I'm rubbing a corn cob on my clit, giving my nips a little twist in this tide. That form kind of faltered towards the end, but that's okay. Ooh, goody goody. Yep. There we go. Content for the day is dealt with. So now, get on to the fun stuff. Like trademarking a business name. 14 total viewers. And everyone's talking about the goddamn male cheerleader and the towel head that killed 3 people in Florida. Not good. It's not good news. Liam Dupuis. Want to see a funny comment? This made me laugh. Joshy. What? Appeal rejected. Strike removed. Where's the... There ain't no stopping now. Oh, wow. How would you feel if somebody talked about your mother, sister, or wife like that? And I replied, no honest actor would, because my mother, sister, or wife aren't disgusting morons. I just love that people are starting to engage with this content. It is going to be so unbelievably banned. Once this thing actually grows legs. Close encounters. Good to see you. What's happening on X? Okay, let's learn about trademarking shit. Grok. Come to me, daddy. Is it easy to start a business over in Britain? What website do I consult in Canada to find out if business name is available? Oh my god. Yeah. How are you feeling about all the migrant protests that are happening over there? That's been jamming up my newsfeed a lot. Really upgraded automated name search. Federal report, provincial territory report. Oh, looks like I've been on here before. I don't fucking know. One of the following: incorporation. That's probably all we need, eh? Alright, I'm already sick and tired of this. I'm surprised Grok has an inability just to tell me if it's available or not. Hey, Tom. Well, he's come, right? Not 100% sure, probably. What's your plan? Yeah? Yeah, that's a call. Get out of piss. Alright, Joshy. Let's try this one. See if it's a little bit easier to dick around with. Birdo last updated. I probably shouldn't be doing this. You know, for the name of a company, I'm just gonna write this down. I cannot remember when I started Fjord Social how on earth we went through the verification of company name availability. Email. And rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. Okay, what's going on in the world? Let's get some reaction happening. Do a little bit of learning. I kinda wanna do a TFT though, if I'm being honest with you. Should I get Kai in here? Yeah, you probably should. Wait, who the fuck? Close Encounters. Can I creep on you from here? Close Encounters. Bro, is that you? Bro. Close Encounters. Oh, it's one word. I'm like, why the fuck is nothing showing up? I'm guessing this just has to be bro. You know? Has to be bro. Oh yeah, I wanted to do some research. Not just on company names though. I kinda wanted to get my knowledge increased on certain subject matters and philosophies that I'm decently ignorant on. But I also kinda feel like being a complete butt. Trucker kills people. Is this the fucking U-turn from a different angle? Oh no, that's just another Punjabi. Given that turnpike a turn job. Let's see how long I can deal with this. Turn this fucking shit off. That is just horrifying. I can't imagine the families of those people. It's just unacceptable that something like that occurred. Wrong place for a U-turn. Well, at least this guy's paused. This is the most shocking part of the video. Hands down. Just like another day, another turn. That is the facial expression of someone who's just... Well, I just made a turn. Oh, what was that? A deer? No, that was a car with 3 people in it that you just murdered. And how unfazed you are is disturbing. Oh, Joshy. It's gonna be a liquor company, if I'm being completely honest. Sorry, I have to bounce around between chats here. This fucking poon job. Who's this? Fell asleep behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler and killed 5 people on Interstate 20 at oh, Jesus Christ, am I having a seizure? Hiram Road yesterday. Manslaughter, manslaughter, manslaughter. Manslaughter? An aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Wait, 308. Yeah, he looks like he has some excess LBs. I probably would do the same thing if I were him. I just decided that it really doesn't fucking matter what the name of the company is. It can be a numbered company for all I care. I just need to ensure that we have the product name available, and I don't think there's really any trademark issues we're going to run into with that. But I gotta talk with a couple people before we start getting that ball rolling. Oh, goody goody, hornier than a motherfucker in the woods. Why are you so quiet? Close encounters. Solomon Waldo Araya. It's a good American name.
Yesterday, a judge reduced his bond from just over $1 million to $7,000 after blood test results showed he did.
Well, that's good. He didn't do anything. So, like, this is a trend. Non-citizen 18-wheeler crash in Thompsonville, oh my god, I can't read today. Thomasville, involves 2 truck drivers operating on work visas. 2 people have been killed and 3 people are injured. I honestly think if you can't pass that English exam, you should get transferred to a gas chamber. Liquor my rum hole, liquor my rum, liquor my balls. You think that'd be catchy, hey? Oh my god. His eyeballs drive me insane. It's a pet peeve of mine. Cory Booker. Okay. Well, I've honestly had enough thinking about that guy. Let's go over to Britain. See what Joshy and the crew is doing. Migrant protests Britain. Nice. Who are they running over? Police drive through angry locals protesting a migrant hotel. Many English people are furious. Millions of their tax funds are spent each day to house and support foreign nationals who enter illegally. Yeah, I'd be a little bit furious as well. Well, I have my own country to deal with. I hope we start taking to the streets like this, though. That'd be nice. Liquor my rum hole. That should be the name of today's Hey It's Waldo show episode. Britain is fighting back. Not to this protest migrant hotel. Where's some juicy stuff though? That was July 25th. I need some recent stuff. Ooh, doggies.
Bro, this is mad, bro. This is crazy.
Some doggies. Yeah, things are getting a little heated over there. Tensions seem to be boiling. What's happening? Carlton, Jackson. Spider-Man's trending. That's a little bit less interesting. Hundreds of protests outside UK hotel. Okay, this is August 3rd. Is there a date filter? Search filters. From anyone, people you follow anywhere near you, advanced search. All of these words, I need dates. Where's the date filter? Rubbing my pussy, ooh goody goody. Okay, here we are. From month, August, day. Okay, let's just go year, 2025. Okay, we'll go from 15th. Yeah, this way we know what's fucking recent. To the 20th. Of, yes, you guessed it, 2025. Search. Retry. Excuse me? What the fuck? Elon, fix your shit. California issues commercial driver's license to Stevie Wonder. No, no. Images of a further 14 suspects. Police want to speak with following the last summer's disorder in Hare Hills have been issued by detectives. Good. No. Alright. We'll just go like this. Do it the old-fashioned way. Get kicked off of YouTube again. Call her good. Britain migrant protests. Protesters clashed with cops near migrant hotel 3 days ago. That's good.
Anti-migrant protests in the UK have exploded once again following the arrest of a migrant hotel resident on suspicion of assault. The Sun reported
just
clashes
assault.
between police and protesters outside the Britannia Hotel in London after
Come
law
on, guys.
enforcement enacted Section 14 of the Public Order Act.
Be a little
to
more
move the
open-minded.
demonstrators across
Look
the
at
road
that
from the
skinhead.
hotel. The protesters then started a chant criticising the Section 14 order.
What's the Section 14 order? This is the stuff I wanted to get educated on today. And then we can learn a little bit more about the beautiful religion of peace known as Islam.
The Britannia Hotel has been the centre for protests since it was transformed from a 4-star hotel for paying tourists to a government-funded migrant hotel to accommodate illegal immigrants into the UK. This weekend,
Why on
Britannia
earth
protest was only the most...
would you transform a beautiful 4-star hotel for third world savages to stay in that are in the country illegally? You fucking retards.
recent in a string of anti-migrant protests that have erupted in the UK over recent months. Sky News hosts Rowan Dean and James Morrow say the protesters are sick of the special treatment given to illegal immigrants in the UK, whilst average Brits are struggling with cost of living pressures.
In Britain this weekend, as we speak, there have been an unprecedented number of rallies, protests, marches and so on against immigration. Now, this is a massive backlash against years, really, where, and it's still going on, where people are silenced in Britain. If they raise any questions about immigration, as I said before, they're immediately...
Josh, hear you raising questions about
and the police will
immigration?
knock on their door in the middle of the night because they said something on social media posts that they were uncomfortable about the number of illegal immigrants in the local hostel, and so on and so forth. Well, now the people of Britain seem to have had enough. There have been unprecedented number of protests across the country. Of course, you won't see this on most of the mainstream news. But here's a one woman speaking up. Have a listen.
Oh my god.
We are the mothers of Nuneaton, the mothers of England. We will no longer be silent. Stop the rape of our children.
It's a good point.
Stop the rape
I
of
think
our
I'm gonna
children. That
stream
also
the
James
the
has
Great
echoes of the
Rape
Rotherham
of Britain
scandal
by
and so
Tommy
on.
Robinson
Rotherham
one
scandal,
day.
which is
I have
massive,
yet to
and
watch it.
still is reverberating today. You know, thousands of white
And
girls raped by mostly, it has to be said, Pakistani migrants. And the thing is that today you've got still boats coming every single day. And the
From
thing that really
Pakistan.
galls people in the UK is, you know, it's not that they're anti-migrant. It's the fact that they see these migrants being snuck.
How do they not understand that, like, when you have these Pakistani Muslims show up and they see white girls uncovered, not wearing a burqa or a niqab, that's like lingerie to them. They almost biologically don't have a choice but to, like, finger fuck them, rape them with their dicks and upper butt, like everything. They, in their brain, they are almost wired to do that.
Into their communities, put into hotels, put up, given, hotels, food, shelter, welfare, everything, while there's huge waiting lists for housing. There's a huge housing crisis in Britain, and, you know, there's every single day or
Well, at
week
least
you hear
migrants
stories
get
that people
4-star
just
hotels.
arrived
Stop
and
being a
committed
bigot.
some sort of allegedly unspeakable crime, and people are absolutely fed up. The Starmer government, Labour, in fact, all of official Britain now is absolutely terrified that the country is coming.
You know why? Guess
apart.
who
And so
owns the
instead of dealing with
hotels?
the problem, they've turned on.
Are we gonna say the J word, or are we going to say the government, or who owns the hotels there? This is a research stream, so I'd love to be informed. Guess which government is paying the millions? Somali Hotels Limited sounds British.
On the British people. This is just horrific for democracy. It's horrific for free speech. It's horrific for liberty. And, you know, this
I want to do a little. Let's watch a video on the rape
And
scandals.
the successive weeks of protests aren't just against the illegal
Please
migrants,
don't kick
but
me
also
off
the UK
YouTube.
government that has allowed this to happen, says broadcaster Carmen Sabia.
Okay, well, I want to talk to you about the crisis in the UK because the number of migrants to cross the English Channel in boats since Keir Starmer came to power last year has surpassed 50,000. 50,000. Now, separately, French authorities confirmed that a woman died on Monday while trying to board a boat.
Yeah, well, thankfully, your country is starting to wake up and they're not putting up with it anymore, because I fervently agree with the sentiment that you're not going to have a country, or at least you're not going to have a British white majority by 2045, give or take. So yeah, I genuinely hope this leads to mass deportation for you, because yeah, they are absolutely destroying your country, and it is a sad sight to see.
To make the crossing to the
I-
UK just awful.
It's just
Now,
cultural
this is a clear
suicide.
failure of leadership, and there's plenty of frustration in the UK at the moment. What do you make of this?
It's incredibly sad, but the UK
Oh, I'm aware.
is so weak for so long.
I'm aware. Like, that's your issue. So you better start getting rid of them, or it's over.
On this issue, it's like they rolled out the red carpet, and now you want to pull it back, and now you want to say stop coming.
Kaylee, what are you doing in this
But
stream,
soon
being
they-
such a
it's like
creep?
closing the stable after the horse has already left. Yeah, I think it's too late.
Start
They don't
blowing
slip
up the
away
boats.
without actually being, more Donald Trump-like, kind of being meaner about this and being stronger about this, that you're going to shut this down. You
Yeah,
have to
well-
be out there on boats. You have to be turning.
Then it'll be a civil war. If they just continue on this path. Oh, I don't know who Patrick Christie is, but I like his hairdo. Maybe we listen to him. Greece praised for its savage, zero-tolerance approach. What's Greece doing? Oh, God, I just find this to be such an enchanting subject. Kaylee, Kai, bro. In the TikTok chat. Kaylee, I thought you were supposed to be counting inventory right now, not learning about rape gangs. Britain.
I hate my birthday.
Wonder why I do this to myself. Why I'm so addicted to becoming such a
But that's my point.
unwavering Islamophobe.
Let's be honest, Patrick. This is f***ing pathetic. It pisses.
Have you got a Discord? Oh, do you want to sell me some artwork? I do have a Discord. I can show it to you right now. How do I even tell what my Discord username is? This? Yeah, I'd love to. Get Nitro, not the shop. Edit profile. How do I go about sharing this? Copy username. There. Let's fucking go like that. It's Waldo Foss. Waldo Foss. I'm gonna get doxxed one day if this ever becomes popular. Alright. Back to Patrick Star.
To the verge of tears.
How much are we spending on this?
Yeah, well, an astronomical amount of money, but between something like 8 billion quid a year on the migrant hotels or 6 billion quid a year, the British public are being asked to put up with a hell of a lot here. We are being asked to take on a huge personal safety risk.
His idea was that the way you deal with this problem, you smash the gangs. How are we doing on smashing the gangs?
Oh, we're not smashing any gangs. So that's good.
What do you think it actually says about us as a country?
It says that you're a bunch of neutered
I've been
dorks.
meaning to have you on for a while, but you've been doing some really,
Sounds
really
good. I'll add it
investigative
later.
journalism, which has been great to see on an issue that a lot of people talk about, but you've actually gone and done some proper looking into things, showing things about illegal immigration and the nature of that problem. Talk to us about what you found.
Yeah, gosh, well, I mean, where to start, really?
Oh gosh, where to start?
I mean,
How's that accent?
just
Pretty
go
good.
there And you'll see the sheer scale of the problem.
Yep.
So the scale
Yes,
of
it was,
is the first thing.
Joshy.
The lack of action by the French is another, and we'll get into this no doubt. But for example, where the biggest camp near Calais is, there's a huge camp, and then there's a little bit of a field, and then there's a beach. And for the £500 million we sent the French, no, you can put a fence up. So that's a slight issue. So there's that. There's also the type of person who's coming across.
Aww.
We now, I think, rightly openly laugh at people who say, well, it's all poor women and children. Well, there are some women and children, and clearly, I don't like seeing them getting into boats and taking dangerous journey across the busiest shipping lane in the world. Nobody does. But the absolute stone-cold reality of the situation is that the overwhelming majority of these people are young men, and it's not just about where they're coming from, it's the fact that they have...
And I want to be crystal clear on my... If it was Arab women and kids... If it was just females, I would be absolutely fine with this. I just have a very strong distaste for Muslim men and their disproportionate belief in subjugation, violence, inbreeding, sexism, misogyny, that kind of thing. Just so we're clear.
All by definition travelled through numerous different other countries and for whatever reason been unable to make a life for themselves there.
I'll let you listen to Chris while I have a piss.
Some of them potentially through choice, most of them through a lack of opportunity in any of those countries. And what that means, if you take it to its natural conclusion, is the calibre of person that we are now getting crossing the English Channel is very, very low. Is very, very low. Because a lot of people, if you are a genuine doctor or engineer, there is a very good chance that you would have been able to have found a life for yourself in one of these other countries. And I don't particularly necessarily like using this term of language, but yeah, we are, in a sense, I think, in many cases, getting the dregs of the migrant crisis problem.
Well, that would make sense in many ways because, as you say, people who are qualified to do a skilled job would find themselves a job somewhere else. And also, a lot of those people might be entitled to come here legally because we do need the doctors and the nurses and whatever who can come in if they make an application. So, but it sort of makes a lot of sense that people who are coming illegally are doing so because actually we don't want.
The thing is, the ones who wear the full face burqa are the ones who follow Sharia law. There's the issue. 100,000%. And that number is insane. If you look at the demographic as a whole, you are not going to convince me that anything under 40% of them believe in some form of radical Islam.
People like that to come.
Yeah, 100%. That's the reality of it. A lot of them, when you actually go and talk to them in person, so whether it's at
Okay, Lee.
just wandering around the streets, or it's in the
Is this
camps, or
music
it's in
to
one
your
of the
ears?
warehouses that I went to, where people are looking more to try to
Is
get
this
into
like
the lorry
Led
park side
Zeppelin?
of it, which I don't think gets enough attention actually. The illegal lorry crossings. When you actually talk to them in unguided
Bad
moments,
omen.
they're not particularly fussed about the idea that they're fleeing war and persecution.
I'm including the westernized people. If you go to Afghanistan, that 40% figure, that probably goes to 95%.
Or that they are actually persecuted Christians in a country, or that they're gay, or all of this stuff. They are quite open about the fact that they want to come to Britain for a house and for money, and because we've got a generous benefit system, and that they think that there is very little.
Yeah. I don't know why people aren't just following suit with Poland and Hungary, but yeah, that faction of Europe is it's getting dark. I'm glad what was it? I was reading about Germany, Berlin specifically, starting to wake up and not put up with it anymore. They're not very scared of getting called the R word. And I think that was the biggest problem for so long was political correctness. And people just don't give a fuck anymore, which I love, because I never did.
Chance of them being deported in Britain. So they actually say this stuff to you. And there's been a couple of quite massive clips that I did of that. It was a Sudanese man who, was just saying, well, give me a house and give me this and give me that. And that is the general kind of attitude. It's when they get here and maybe get into contact with certain lawyers or certain charity groups that you start to get these yarns about the level of persecution they might face back home, the trauma that they might have felt en route, and various different
Who gives a shit?
reasons in some cases as to why they could never be returned home. They're not saying that stuff in these camps and when they're walking down the street. They weren't saying that to me, and they would have had the perfect opportunity to do so. I mean, one chap was an Eritrean man who says he's left his
Eritrean?
wife in Eritrea. So I said, well,
Where's
why,
that?
if it was a war zone? He did make some vague reference about it being a war zone, couldn't explain why he'd left his wife there. And then I said, how are you continually trying to afford the boats? But his mum and dad, who are in Eritrea, are sending him the money for it. So there's a few things there that don't quite add up, really, about them
A
being
lot of fly England
desperately
flags, no more unless it's in the World Cup any
constant,
other time, racist.
plight in their home
Was it
country.
London that they lit up with the Pakistani colors? Like, that to me was just... was emblematic of I give up, I capitulate. Oh shit, cute Jesse John 101. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, no, exactly. Never better, thanks, cute Jesse John. How are you?
Safe enough to leave your
I have a
parents
feeling you're
and your
about to
wife
try and sell me
over there,
something.
and your parents are funding your journey
I try and
continuously.
stream every day.
It doesn't quite add up to me, this idea they're all that poor and desperate.
Patrick, I think it's worth you outlining how the system actually works. Because a lot of these guys, they don't just come from one particular country. It's 6 or 7. They go through Austria. One person in particular was talking about going through Austria, Hungary, all of these types of countries. So how does the system actually work? And also explain about the criminality involved in it, because I think that's a key part of it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so depends where on the earth you start out, clearly, but it's very easy to travel through parts of Africa and the Middle East initially, so they'll find people that can get them through there. I think everyone accepts that. But then when you get into Europe, there's various different routes, so you can either get a boat from parts of Africa to islands like Lampedusa, for example, where we've seen huge numbers of almost entirely African migrants coming there. Then
We
you're
do
in
like our
what they
artwork.
used to do as well was
I
there was a
should be
big
doing
route
some
that
wire
took you to Morocco,
stalking right
and there's
now.
2 Spanish enclaves in Morocco. One of them is called Ceuta. I can't quite remember the name of the
Okay,
other
I'll
one.
actually want to hear this.
But one the African migrants coming there, then you're in the European Union. What they used to do as well was there was a Middle East initially, so they'll
About the criminality involved in it, because I think that's a key part of it as well.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so depends where on the earth you start out, clearly, but it's very easy to travel through parts of Africa and the Middle East initially, so they'll find people that can get them through there. I think everyone accepts that. But then when you get into Europe, there's various different routes, so you can either get a boat from parts of Africa to islands like Lampedusa, for example, where we've seen huge numbers of almost entirely African migrants coming there. Then you're in the European Union. What they used to do as well was there was a big route that took you to Morocco, and there's 2 Spanish enclaves in Morocco. One of them is called Ceuta. I can't quite remember the name of the other one now. I think it begins with an M. But once you can get into those, you're then in the EU again there. So they never had to cross the Strait of Gibraltar.
Oh. You just have an interesting way of communicating. You are at PC. I'm on a PC, unless that is like some sort of country or province or state. I'm not too sure what you mean by PC. Cute Jesse John. All we know is that they're cute. Joshy.
From there, they would be divvied up. And some of the other routes, of course,
Viewers are spiking. Thanks, cute Jesse John.
by land to various different countries, so some of the Balkan states, and then you're in.
Patrick, just pause right there. Sorry to interrupt. Okay, I've made it to Lampedusa, but why does that mean I now get to go to Austria?
Well, because that's basically what the European Union rules are, really. So they don't seem to be processing you there and then any risk of deportation. So then, as part of some kind of EU scheme, etc., they will then divvy you out to various...
So once you've made landfall in the EU, that's you sorted?
Pretty much, yeah. Once you have kissed your...
I am so happy you noticed. I have not made it to affiliate yet. I'm looking to get there. I need 3 concurrent viewers for 3 consecutive days or some shit. Oh, he's not. He's just a guy learning about the truth about the migrant crisis.
To your home country. And
Oh, I'd love
the
to.
psychology of those frontier European countries, so whether that's Greece,
Oh, interesting.
Italy, or some of the Balkan states, if they know that it's going to be very difficult to get you out of there, or you're just going to keep coming
Sugar
back,
Plum
then in their
Holly.
minds, they'll just move you on through.
Yes.
So it's not in their interest. Or their
Help
incentive
streamers
try
to
keep
start
you
earning in a
housing there.
week.
As far as
Oh
they're
my
concerned, they're
god.
very, very happy to send
Joshy?
you through.
Sugar
In terms
Plum?
of the
You hear
ease with
that?
which you can get in touch with human traffickers and people smugglers, that's almost all done through social media. So TikTok, really, predominantly. And it's incredibly easy. So you will be able to, in seconds, find on TikTok, depending on where you're located around Europe, in the case of the ones I've been looking into there in France, you'll be able to find their accounts on TikTok, advertising crossings, advertising all sorts of stuff. You will then start contacting them just through direct message or on TikTok. You'll then progress very quickly to WhatsApp. And then on WhatsApp, they'll give you pin locations of where to go and a price, really, of how much it's going to cost for you to then meet up with that person. And then, in the case of France, obviously get on a boat. If you're further down the line, get on a lorry. And then they will facilitate that for you. And it's entirely done on social media. And the social media companies have a huge amount to answer for here, because it is unbelievably easy to do that. The other, I think, aspect to your question that you said was it about the violence or things like that? You said
The criminality involved.
Well, the criminality involved is something that I find absolutely staggering. So, very recently, we found a human trafficker.
I imagine it's a very authentic deal, and I'll be a fucking billionaire by 2026. I can guarantee that. Someone with the name Cutie Jesse John 101 wouldn't lead me astray. John, do you suck man penis? Well, if she does, she came to the right place.
On their stories on both TikTok and on WhatsApp, their stories, they were posting pictures of what appeared to be an AR-15 rifle, semi-automatic rifle, the rifle that's probably shots of prominence a little bit more because of things like school shootings in America. I think the Las Vegas shooting as well. That level of weaponry, and that person who the day before had been giving us locations to go here, meet me here, left us voice notes, we had his voice, we can get you across the channel, is posting pictures of themselves with assault weapons. So they're armed, they're tooled up. The other aspects of criminality about it, I would say, that I'm very concerned of, I think that more people should be concerned about, is the
Rape.
Potential extreme Islamist threat to it. So, again, there's another clip that I'm probably going to...
What did he say? Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
Probably would have gone out by then, but of a human trafficker who was posting the usual videos of people in boats, showing their clientele how easy it is and how readily they can get them across the channel. And then in amongst that emerges the black flag of ISIS with ISIS execution videos, people being shot in the back of the head, battlefield footage from what appears to be parts of the world like Syria, for example, when ISIS were in their pomp with music playing in the background. And then look back again to the videos of people crossing the English Channel. So this is the kind of person who in many cases is running...
I make the best artwork. I'm not talking to you. If you want it, Waldo, then add me on Discord. Will do, cute Jesse John. Will do. I'll get my rod out. 1 second. Alright.
This operation. There's numerous different nationalities involved. There's a lot of Kurds. There are a lot of people who are Iraqis and Iranians, but there's also a lot of Albanians, and they are still at it. Although with the Albanians, there's a slightly more grey area about where they stand on that spectrum, because there is a sizable Muslim population in Albania, and from what I can tell from their videos, they do appear to be both armed and, in the case of the ISIS stuff, they on their thing.
ISIS is fairly armed, from my understanding.
Shake
it back up there.
You know, it's also really interesting as well, because in part of the documentary, and I advise everyone to go and watch it, it's really illuminating and obviously horrifying at the same time. But you had a phone call with one of these people traffickers, and you showed how easy it was to get a job illegally in London.
Yep.
In literally a matter of minutes.
100%. So we decided that we were communicating with this human trafficker.
That's right.
Quite easily, and we thought, well, it might make sense to see if they can not only sort us out with the trip across the channel, but also a bit of work when we get here. Because the story started to break about Deliveroo and Uber Eats and Just Eat, and them operating out of migrant hotels, and your delivery drivers are not either say they are.
I think the Uber Eats thing is universal. Wherever there's Uber Eats, you're going to find brown people delivering it. Anywhere on Earth. Even in China.
Friend, and asked me for job. He'd given us 2 British phone numbers of people. One of them then preemptively got in touch with us, so he'd obviously passed our number on to him. He said, I've got work for you. He said delivery and things like that. So I mean, that could be anything from, I suppose, drugs or food, couldn't it, really? So, but that was straight away, plus voice notes, and one of them was definitely based in the London area as well. So there is a network here. And one thing that I found incredibly frustrating was that it would seem quite obvious to me, and maybe people watching and listening to this.
I've seen Uber Eats people break right into other houses on social media. They'll be like, "Hey, here's your hamburger," in Punjab, and then just walk right in and start taking shit. I seen a Somali. He wasn't a delivery driver, but he got like 5 years for this. He walked up to the door as like some sort of delivery guy, threw the daughter on the ground, threw the mother on the ground, took some bags. Just retarded shit. The dog, I felt bad for the dog. The dog had no idea what was going on. He was probably the most traumatized.
As well, that if you've got a human trafficker who can get people across the border very easily, and then he's got contacts over here that sort people up with work, I would suggest that's part of an organised gang. Right, that would seem to me to be the obvious thing.
Yeah.
And then when you hand all of that information over, including phone numbers and in some cases locations of where they say they're going to be and when they're going to be there, and voice notes to the authorities,
Ah.
I would have thought that they might act on that, especially given that some of that is categorically and demonstrably taking place in Britain. I have some sympathy for some of the authorities where they say, well, this is in France, isn't it? I do have some sympathy for them for that, to an extent, because what do we do? Send the SAS in? I mean, I might be quite inclined to say at times I think we should, especially
See
if
my
it's
calling
tooled
card.
up and maybe sports ISIS. Like, surely we can do that. But if they might say that's out of their jurisdiction, but I don't see how. Surely the excuse they would need to crack that gang is that
It's
proof
true.
of some
No
operation
seller
of
would
some-
ever say it.
It was mind-boggling because you reported them to the National Crime Agency, and you would think this is something that the National Crime Agency would be all over, but then they just kicked it out. They just weren't interested, were they?
So what they will say, in fact they do say it quite strongly, is that we don't know the half of what they're doing, and they are doing all sorts behind the scenes, and they really are on it. Okay, fine. We have to say there's only so much I can do with that. I have to kind of assume that they are. We're very disappointed with some of the responses that we got from them on this stuff, and you know, being honest, it didn't seem to me as though they were in a massive rush with it. I also think the thing that they are underestimating is the level of
Yeah, why
political
would you be in an
satisfaction.
existential
whilst they might
crisis?
be doing all of this great
I'd be
stuff behind the
tardy.
scenes, I would have thought if they were smashing gangs every week, they'd be telling us
I'm
about
just
it,
shocked
'cause they'd
people
want us
are
to know.
upset about
They'd
this
want me to
situation.
report
It
on that, and I would happily
it's
report. I'd
wild
love to
that it's
report that.
getting
I'd love
so
to
much
go on
publicity
a
now.
9 PM
How
show or
could
whatever,
this have
and
ever
be able
happened?
to
And
say,
I'm
well,
obviously
you know, look at
sarcastically
this, they've just smashed these
imitating the
gangs
British
today, they've done
government.
that. Well, we're not getting any of that, so that implies to me that maybe they're not really doing it. And when you have something very public, like it goes out on my show,
Cute
it's very
Jesse
organized
John
as a
is
session
leaving?
with all of this information. If I was at National Crime Agency,
You know something about these artwork peddlers, these fucking stream promoters? Like they want you to add, they want to be added on Discord right then, right? Like they want this transaction to occur immediately, as if I just didn't start my stream 20 minutes ago. I've never understood that. Like I should just drop what I'm doing and then start interacting with you and presumably give you my credit card. I don't fucking know.
I would have thought, look, even if it's just to shut me up, we're gonna at least take this guy's TikTok down, or we're going to
TikTok's
be seen-
bad.
We're gonna kick someone's front door in, and we're gonna do that, or we're gonna have a word with the French. We're gonna show something that this guy that just shuts me up, and they didn't really seem to do that. And when it comes to things like the ISIS stuff, or when it comes to things like weaponry, etc., I would suggest that that's a national emergency. The other thing about it is, of course, with everything that's going on in Iran recently, we have had reports through from the intelligence services in Britain that the Iranian regime have been utilising the small boats crisis as a way of planting sleeper cells here in Britain. I'm inclined to, I mean, why wouldn't you? I suppose if you were the Iranians, you probably would. So again, that was another thing that I thought would give them a bit of a rocket, because as I was revealing all of this stuff, the Iran situation was flaring up again. So it was on people's minds. We were quite scared. And I couldn't really live with myself if someone had presented me with this information and I was in a position to act, and then one nutter with an AK-47 came across the channel and slaughtered everyone on a border force boat, or managed somehow to bring it into Dover and kicked off there, or did it at a migrant hotel, or whatever. They didn't seem, in my view, to care as much about this
Oh,
issue as
she'd
I
be
think
nice
the
to
vast
cute
majority
Jesse
of
John.
ordinary people in Britain do.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe it is because they're doing a lot that we don't know about. So maybe they see this stuff every single day and all day and stop most of it. Okay? I don't think it is that, personally. I think they realise that the problem is too big for them to deal with, and I think that they
Agreed.
don't really want it
Agreed.
getting out there. The other aspect to it, which is really depressing, if this is true, and I hope it isn't true, is that they just don't care massively.
Well, see, the reason I'm asking you this is like when you say there's too much of it going on and they can't cope. I almost think of it like a video game. You've got like 10 boats, 3 get through type of thing. But
they're all going through.
But that's my point, right? There's actually no action being taken on it. But as I understand it, once you get on a boat in France, you're basically going to get to
You
England.
don't even have to go into the channel. you can get into.
I thought France has taken in a wild amount of them. Like, isn't Paris a complete hellhole? Or how are those? Or do they just take some of them and they're like, hey, here, Kiers,
but was ready to go, it had the fuel in it.
here's the leftovers.
Was 2 miles inland on a river network. So in theory, if like 60 blokes from wherever in the world they've come from boarded that boat, started the motor, and started making their way down that canal system, the French might decide just not to stop them because they're in the water. So you don't even have to get in the channel. Right.
So, when you say the National Crime Agency and other British authorities, they've got too much to deal with. I don't understand what that means. What does that mean? Like, what is the too much that they've got to deal with? Because what I'm seeing, correct me if this is wrong, please, is...
Oh, I didn't know that, Josh.
Basically, if you get on a boat in France, you're going to make it to England, and when you get here, you're going to get... Either you're going to just be allowed to walk into the country, or you're going to get taken to a hotel where the taxpayer's going to put you up.
Yeah,
right?
and until you decide to abscond, in which case you just can't do that.
Right. So what is it that they've got too much to
Yeah, I
do?
mean, they might make the case, I imagine they would, that they are not just in...
$2.5 grand a month on benefits is wild.
Deal with things like drugs, trade, and whatever else.
I would be so beyond the point of furious if I was a British-born citizen watching this shit unfold in front of me. I honestly, I don't hope there's a civil war, but this needs to get resolved. And if it needs to go to that, so be it. Mass deportations need to occur.
They've got. So I do have some sympathy for them for that.
A coup with the government would also be
It's
nice.
the system. If we know that they are being swamped and that they genuinely can't deal with it, and that they're also helping out with things like cracking paedophile rings and drugs gangs and, I don't know, maybe terrorists in some cases, and everything that we've already got here, and they absolutely can't deal with the fact that if a journalist presents them with a bloke with an assault rifle, ISIS beheading videos, locations where if they can't handle that, then they need more manpower, don't they? They absolutely need more manpower. And if we're not getting that for them, then I think that's a real crying shame. This is a ticking time bomb.
Well, right. But the thing is, how much manpower can you give to solve a problem you're not trying to solve? Do you see what I mean? It's like if some boats were being sent back because...
Blow the boats up.
Then you go, you need more manpower. When no attempt is being made to stop and turn them around and return them to France, that is not a manpower issue.
There's no accountability to the French. This is the thing. Like I said to you before about that whopping great big migrant camp there with a beach right next to it where boats set off and not even a fence. We've sent the French £500 million. Now we've got to put a fence up. The French will do precious little, and part of me can understand it. I mean, if I was French, I'd be quite inclined to get them out of Calais quite quickly. So, yeah, we are being taken for mugs. The other aspect, of course, is that, well, so they're not holding them to account. So there's no one. If I was our dear leader, Sir Keir Starmer, I would be inclined to go and pay a visit to Calais and Dunkirk and those places and have a walk around and raise serious questions about what it is they're doing and the lack of action they're doing. So, for example, we spent a few million quid we gave to the French to set up state-of-the-art security cameras around the beaches, which even had things like night vision and all of that. And the French just didn't bother to turn them on. So they had them, and they didn't bother to turn them off.
So many jokes. Bad phrase.
But there's all of this stuff, and we are not holding them to account. And we do have leverage over the French. We do. You know, they want unbridled access to our fishing waters, which we've just given them for the best part of 12 years, as far as I can tell. Well, why did we do that when there's nothing that we're getting back in return?
We're getting brown people back in return.
There's negative PR that we could be doing in these camps. Why can't we send people or pay people?
Why?
Who are
45 million a year.
Come up with something here to go to these camps to tell people that England is not a land of milk and honey, that they're going to end up living on a roundabout somewhere in Paddington, which has happened. The irony is, right next to the GB News studios, there was an illegal migrant roundabout, just within spitting distance of where the studios are, for absolutely ages. You could see it there. You know, tell these people some of these horror stories, because they all think in these camps that you get whatever you want in Britain. The depressing thing is, at the moment, they're right about a lot of that. You do get we should be doing that. I think the National Crime Agency probably also feel a bit let down by our political leaders, I think, which is that we're not deporting anyone anyway, are we? We are resolutely.
Yeah, that's where it becomes your fault. Once you receive them, there should be actions taken where these people are forcibly removed from your country. But yes, you need to at least go back to the negotiating table with France because you seem to be getting quite played.
Unwilling to do anything that might in any way be seen to deviate from this international law situation that we've got. So the National Crime Agency probably feel as though, like, maybe what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point?
And also,
What is the
perhaps
point?
for legal reasons, they can't actually turn the boats around. That seems to be the case as well, right?
Annoyingly, although I would like to see that tested. You see, again, this is a thing. We keep being told that we can't turn the boats around. One of the reasons why, apparently, we can't turn the boats around is because Priti Patel, when she was Home Secretary years ago, wanted to do it. And I think Care for Calais and another group took them to court, and it was decided that that would be illegal. Well, I would like to see that tested, really, because there must be some grounds in which a democratically elected government can stop their country being invaded. There has to be. If we live in a world where boatloads and boatloads and boatloads of illegal men, some of whom, for all we know, might be actual terrorists, and I think there's a good reason to suggest that some of them are. In fact, some of them have been. Right? So,
Yeah.
if we can't turn boats back under those situations and say, I'm sorry, this is an urgent matter of national security, well, then we might as well pack up and go home, haven't we? Is there realistically no situation in which we are able to turn those boats back? I refuse to believe that. And
You could blow the boats up. Like, what do you mean?
If you're sick of podcasts that pander to one side or the other, you'll want to hear this. Brad versus every... Brad...
Funny, because we saw that boat and we were filming around it, and the gendarme initially came up and said, well, what are you doing? Who are you? And then drove away. And we were like, so we've got all this on footage. Like, there's this boat here. I mean, bear in mind that boat was ready to go. So...
Joshy, I think you know what I'm going to say to that comment, so no comment.
Presumably somewhere around it would have been, people trafficker, and you started to see people coming on some of the free buses that are around the Calais area, getting off and loitering around. So unequivocally, these people were about to get on that boat and then make a run for it.
Can't even turn the fucking boats around. Like,
bridge, like
how castrated of a country could you possibly be?
An hour or so later, and then they turned back up, and I think because they realised that the media was there and we'd filmed it, they then winched it out the water and slashed it, and then acted on it. But I didn't get the impression that they would have done that if we weren't there.
Because what comes across in the documentary is that these people feel that they can act with impunity because the reality is that they can, and they see us as a soft touch, which is utterly infuriating.
It's massively infuriating. We have to also have a thought, at least, about the calibre of human being that is currently leaving Britain. So we're seeing this exodus of people who are worth a few quid and maybe have had some aspiration in their lives and they want to leave now for a variety of different reasons that I would mostly put at Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves's door, and previous administrations for making parts of Britain
Yeah, I kind of failed to consider that aspect of it as well.
I mean, I think
When you start turning your country into the third world, the successful people, why on earth would they want to stay there and deal with your stupid policies? Why?
1,000 mostly young men came across the last couple of days. Well, there, I doubt that many of them are ever going to pay a serious amount of tax. So we are seeing good, in many cases wealthy, mobile taxpayers leave the country, and in their place, we are getting a lot of young men from Kuwait, Sudan, and parts of the world that they are probably going to end up living a life on benefits here. And that's just a thing. But you're right about them acting with impunity. I mean, I think it's getting to a point for me now with my reporting on this where I don't want to feel like a broken record, where I'm constantly showing pictures on my show of, we've just got in touch with this other people smuggler, here's him with a gun again, here's him doing this, that and the other. I think the next step for me is probably going to have to be to try to go back over there and try to meet some of these people and try to get their faces on camera and see what we can get. Because I think that will show again that the French police are doing absolutely naff all about it. I mean, if we're able to get a phone, get in touch with people, get locations, and meet them straight away, why can't the police over there do that and then stop them and make a song and dance over it, make a statement over it?
Absolutely, because there's an entire industry, and you could see yourself when you went to these encampments. They're in a warehouse. They look
Oh
like
my
hundreds
God.
of tents, and it was. I mean, you talked about the conditions. So the conditions are abominable.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Abominable
Don't
snowman.
get me wrong. I would not want to live in a warehouse that stinks of piss. Right? I just wouldn't.
I would.
I think any of us would. I mean, I think a lot of them have delivered.
I live in a room that stinks like piss. I stream from a room that stinks like piss.
Were all from Sudan, all men. There wasn't a single woman, borderline children, if you want to say. We're talking probably about 16, 17, so they're still kids, but anyway, that were there. And they were the people who didn't have enough money to pay people smugglers for the boats. So they were trying to get a free lorry ride in. So they'll spend all day and most of the night at the lorry park, which is just next door, just trying their luck, and eventually they'll probably get through. So you've got that going on. I mean, it is what it is. It's a giant warehouse with, I don't know, a few hundred people in it who it's there permanently. It's been there for absolutely ages, and it's right next to a lorry park. And I was there for like 4 or 5 hours. You don't see any police. I mean, there aren't any police there. They're not bothered about it. You know, that's quite galling, really, because the only reason anyone, whether it's in any of those camps, whether it's walking around the streets of Calais or Dunkirk, or whether it's in a warehouse like that, the only reason they're there is to get to Britain. There's no other reason. And you know, that is an invasion. And the French are not doing anything about that, as far as I can tell.
And is the reason what you said earlier, which is effectively, if you're not the final destination country, the incentive structure is for you to just wave people through.
Yeah, and I think they want to embarrass us over Brexit as well. I think there's a lot of that. Because that argument that a lot of Remainers use, which is, well, when we were in the EU, we had
Oh
the
my
Dublin
God,
Agreement,
is
we could then
this?
send them back to their first port of call. Well, we weren't really doing that anyway. So, like, yeah, we could have.
Okay.
But we weren't. So
I'm gonna play a quick game of TFT because I can't deal with it. Can't deal with it. We tried. Learned a few things though. Let's see if I know how to play this game. It's 4 o'clock, fuck it. Okay, 1 sec. What, Grind Key and it's still alive? That's interesting. There's outside of a bunch of policies that overlap with you guys that I am fervently against. The number one thing that pisses me off is that we're a bilingual nation. When outside of Quebec, there are 13 people that speak French. Yet in all of our PSAs, when we get on flights, phone calls to companies that are bigger than 3 employees, all have messages in French. No one speaks French. No one likes the French. It is so fucking annoying. Let's try this here. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. I gotta come to Britain and hang out. See what it's all about over there. I love you, I love you. See if we can get a top 1 here. Do you have faith in me, Joshy? Do you think I've been practicing? Ooh.
It's a lot to stay at the top.
Viego. Oh shit. I had to change my screen over. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's just ensure that this is set up right. Properties. Okay. Huzzah! We're back. Duelist Soul Fighter. Guess we go like that. What is the dual trait on Soul Fighter? Juggernaut, Executioner, Bastion, Duelist, Edgelord, Juggernaut. That's a couple jugs, eh? If you bought a few viewers, is that actually how you spell bot in Britain? It better not be. I'll fucking nuke that place if it's true. There's only me and Holly here, but that's not including TikTok and YouTube. And Kick, Scavenger. We're not doing that. Yeah, probably that. These items fucking suck. I don't know, maybe that's good. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. Yeah. Come on, Twitch. I gotta get affiliate here. Holy, that guy smoked me. Smoked my ass. I love when the first contestant I face is copying my exact comp. I'm still forcing it. And that's what makes me so good at this game. Wind, rain, or shine. Four people contesting the same comp, it don't matter. I'm still gonna force it. Oh shit, yeah. Okay, let's do that quick. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. I don't know. Start of each round, gain a random permanent stat bonus. So he's attacking faster now, so that's good. Maybe we go like that. I mean to tell you that it's over. You got any hot fish dates coming up, Joshy? We just beat someone. We beat someone's ass. He didn't even stand a chance. Right, mate, I'm off to bed. I'll leave the stream open. Joshy, I appreciate you. Love you long time. And, chat soon. I don't know. Give me a rod. Is there a supreme cell of any nature? Wrath. Not a duelist. Wait, what the fuck was he again? Oh, that's a sniper, that's Jen. Oh, nice. 2-star Neferi. Yep, yeah, buddy. Give me that pan. I'll take it. I feel like I should almost automatically get it. And the pan's gone. No way. No way. Guess I'll just get an expensive unit. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. I don't know. What kind of stats you got now? Shit stats. Oh. Let's go like that, I guess. Nervous, nerve-wracking, nerve. What's Viego do? Attack steal 89, a magic damage, the next two attacks unleash devastating combos. Pummel bash, rising slash, and falling slash. Ooh. We're win streaking now, ladies and gentlemen. Rubbing my pussy, oh goody goody. Yeah. There we go, Kai. Kai Kara. What do we need now? Juggernauts? Oh boy. Oh yeah, Udyr's a Juggernaut. So we can beat anyone who's not a fellow soul fighter. That's good. That's the way we like it. Do. Ow. We'll probably get murdered here. The way I like it. I need a rod, you guys. Also kind of think you should be going out. Maybe it's that? Samira? Oh, okay, 2-starred that. Don't hate it. Oh. Oh. Do 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 do. Sure. I don't need free rerolls. Those are for bitches. I do want that to work. Attack marksman. I think giving you an IE is not a terrible idea. A little more damage. Samira can have it. Need more Viegos though. Fast 7 would be good. Do another move. Do something cool. Oh fuck, this ain't good. Swain popped. Popped a load on me. Can do, will do. Do I want a hex deck? Nah. I do need to keep that. Fuck. At least that's kinda working. Oh. Fireball, large group of enemies, 1 hex radius for 5 seconds and deal 300 magic damage split between them, plus 90 magic damage to each. God damn it, Viego. Hate when I put all my eggs in the Viego basket. Nice. That's good. Oh. Haha. Chosen Kaiser. That's what you get. No, it's not what I want. I'll settle with an Ionic Spark. You're not gonna trick me into throwing a tear on him. Juggernaut. Okay, Samira. Maybe find some sort of edgelord in the meantime. Shen. Edgelord Bastion. Come to Papa. Oh, he's got my set. That is a bad loss, friends. Twitch NB. Not sure how he smoked me that fucking hard, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Okay, probably getting Samira. No, I kinda want Viago. I'm probably just gonna take what I can get, actually. Boom! Gonna be Viago Samira comp. Mm-hmm. These are... Ugh. Ooh, da, ugh. Grr. This kinda sucks, but I have to do it. That caster. I'm just putting it on. We gotta start doing something here. Prodigy, that's good. It's probably more important. Oh. Let's try it. Try it out. Oh yeah, I still have fucking kale. Well, if I can't ever 2-star Viego, I'm gonna have to bob and weave here. Bastion Edgelord. Huh. Well, now I just need one Viego. Ha 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 ha. There we go. I don't need to keep that shit. Come on, level 7. 6 Soul Fighter. Oh, I think a Deathblade would be pretty rigged. Wait, do you like Hodge? Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Run, Samira! Nice. Gave us a gold. Winning fights. Suck it. About to hit 7. And hit 7 and level Viego and Samira would be pretty nice. Pretty nice. Bye, Gangplank. Don't care. Urgh. Shit. We'll go like that. We'll go like this. And we'll go... probably this on you for now. So we need... this at the very least. Yeah, that's fun. Making that money. Making it fucking rain. 6 Soul Fighters lots. We'll go like this. He goes out next. Actually, we probably won't need him. Lee Sin, though. I wanna kiss your mouth with my mouth. Huh. Perfect. Let's keep it going. Channel of love. Got some damage happening. We're coming back. We're the comeback kids. I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are. Ew. That's fine. Channel of love. What are we gonna throw in the garbage? Probably Callista? Who has my set? Ooh. Oh, that's fun. So everyone in the top. That is gonna be great. Yeah, she might do some damage here. Don't love. Oh, okay, keep going. It's alright. Yep, nice. Now hide. Samira, please don't die. Samira, we need you. Holy shit. Way to go, Viagle. We gotta get you duelisting. Maybe fucking what's his dick Udyr will be necessary, but how am I not fucking last? We want Lee Sin, Viagle. Okay, Viagle it is. Dumb bitch. The Fury still level 1. Whatever. Right on. Who and what is that going to go on? Let's plan here a little bit. Oh, yeah, Callista's definitely the one getting sold. We'll try and get Gwen. I wish I could 3-star a unit. That'd be so cool. Oh yeah, what are your stats? It's doing alright. It's doing alright. Okay. Kinda sucks. I don't really know. Thresh's beasts. Okay. Oh yeah, I got a pack after this too. Holy shit, Kaylee. Fuck, I hope you die soon. Samira's good. Nice. Oh baby. This is the comp. Soul Fighters, Ferda. Yes. Can we fucking stop? Sure. Fucking watch me then. We're gonna get some Gwen items happening here. I'm gonna really fall off if I don't level my units. This is irrelevant. That'd be cool. You know what else would be cool? Is if everything that I wanted and hold dear to my heart was not fucking contested. Attack marksman. Keep hiding, Viagle. Keep. Everyone who has my units deserves to be punished. That's all there is to this. Yeah. Yeah. And no, we don't need that. Okay. That's a good edgelord. Can't really deny that, can we? It's not who I'm looking for, though. I don't have anything close to a 3-star anything. Is your ability? Oh fuck. That is a good comp. That is a good fucking comp. That I have no idea how I'm going to deal with. That's funny. So everything's contested. Someone might have a fucking Gwen. Gwen? It's time to come out now. Is this guy dead? Was this Twitch NB? Poor noob. Poor fucking noob. This game has to wrap up soon. Yeah, I'm just rolling. This is the Fast 8 comp. Callista? How am I in first? Fuck. Oh my god, I'll be happy. No, I knew it. I didn't know it, but I knew it. I'll throw that on her. Thank you. And, yeah. Fine with me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit what she is. There's the jug. Guess we don't really need him. Yeah, who gives a fuck? They can have him. I didn't know she was a magic fighter, but... Oh, it'd just be so good if I could find... We can we? Okay. We'll take a loss on the chin. Who do we fight? Any one of these possibilities? Soul Fighter. So, is it really only one Soul Fighter? There's my Samiras. Oh my god, I'd be a pig if she turned level 2. I'm running out of luck. Might not even make the top 4. But that's just how I roll. This is how I do. This is how I do. Do. I'm gonna throw the Bastion in the garbage. I think those items will be fine. I just want to see what they transform into. Hopefully something better. That's a risky play, but I'm probably fucked. Actually, those are pretty good. We dead? Probably dead. There's the Stance Master in charge. Knock that in and die. Okay, that's actually alright timing. Game got my hopes up a bit, but... Oh! No, I made it to top 4 and died. Okay, good. Thank you all very much, especially Kaylee, Joshy, Holly, Jesse the Hottie, whatever the hell your name is. Appreciate you.